Hi mga kawawmat, in this video we will discuss the theorems on rhombus. So before we proceed to solving some problems in rhombus, let's have first the properties on rhombus. So ito yung mga properties na pwede natin i-apply kapag nagsosolve na tayo if the given figure is a rhombus, okay? But before that, remember that a rhombus is a parallelogram, okay? So, yung properties ng parallelogram ay makikita po natin sa rhombus because a rhombus is a parallelogram. So, let's have all four sides are congruent. So, when we say rhombus, tatandaan na ang four sides niyan ay congruent. So, ito pong apat na sides, since we have four sides of a rhombus, then all of the sides of this figure are congruent. Next, another is opposite angles are congruent. So, when we say opposite angles, so ito yon, ito, opposite siya dito. And this one, opposite din siya dito. Okay, so this angle and this angle are congruent as well as this and this. So they are also congruent. Next, diagonals bisect each other. So meron tayong dalawang diagonals dito na nagbabisect sa isa't isa. So diagonals bisect each other. Ito po siya. So pag sinabi nating bisect, ibig sabihin itong diagonals na to, itong diagonal na to, nahati niya yung diagonal na to into two congruent segments. Okay? At ito ring diagonal na to, nahati niya rin itong diagonal na isa into two congruent segments. That's why, as you can see, meron tayong dalawang markings dito na ibig sabihin congruent sila kasi binisect sila nitong diagonal. And ito rin, meron silang dalawang markings. This means that these segments are also congruent kasi binisect sila nitong diagonal na to. That's why diagonals bisect each other. Kapag binisect sila ng diagonals ng bawat isa, nagkakaroon siya ng two congruent segments. Next, diagonals are perpendicular. Kapag nag-bisect yung ating dalawang diagonals, nagkaka-form din siya o nagkakaroon tayo ng right angle. Why? Because the diagonals are perpendicular. So, it forms four right angles. Okay? So, tatandaan na kapag perpendicular, it forms right angle. So, ito pong ating diagonals dito, ibig sabihin, meron siyang nabuo na apat na right angles because they are perpendicular. Next, diagonals bisect vertices. So, when we say bisect, again, it divides, okay, into two equal, so pwedeng segments or angles. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng bisect. Hinahati niya ng parehong sukat, okay? So, diagonals bisect vertices. So, kagaya nito, pag si diagonal daw, binisect niya, ito. So, ito yung angle mo, diba? So, ito yung vertex, So, ito yung vertex. Pag binisect po yan, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon po tayo ng dalawang equal angles. Okay? Meron tayong congruent angles dyan. So, magkakaroon ka niyan. That's why, kung mapapansin nyo, two markings yan, ibig sabihin, congruent to. So, ito, same din yung marking. So, congruent yan, congruent ito because a diagonal bisect the vertices. Okay? Diagonal bisect the vertices. So, since bisect ibig sabihin equal, hahatiin niya into two equal angles, kaya pareho ito ng sukat. Next, diagonals are not congruent. Okay? So, etong diagonals natin, pag ginamit siya as bisector, nakakabuo tayo ng dalawang equal angles. Pag nag-bisect rin sila sa isa't isa, ng dalawang diagonals, nagkakaroon ng dalawang congruent segments. But remember na yung mismong diagonal, ito at ito ay hindi po sila congruent. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung sukat nito hindi po equal dito sa sukat nitong isang diagonal mo. Okay? Pero ito, tsaka ito, congruent. Ito, tsaka ito, congruent. Pero itong diagonal na to is not congruent to this diagonal. And consecutive angles are supplementary. So, since ito po ay opposite angle nito, okay, ito pong dalawa, yung tapatan na yan, they are congruent. Ito, congruent siya doon. Pero itong dalawang magkasunod, so yung consecutive angles, are not congruent, but they are supplementary. Ibig sabihin, ang sum nitong dalawang angles na to, na magkasunod, ibig sabihin consecutive, ay 180 degrees. So, dapat alam po natin itong mga properties ng rhombus. Okay, so let's have the theorems on rhombus. Okay, so theorem number 1, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. So, given this figure, sabi ko nga, nabanggit kanina na ang diagonals niya are perpendicular. So, ito yung first diagonal at yung second diagonal mo. So, we have two diagonals here. So, ang diagonals po ng rhombus ay nakakabuo ng right angles. Why? Kasi they are perpendicular. So, yun po ang tatandaan. And then, that's why angle AOB, so ito si angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees as well as COD, 90 degrees din yan. And B, angle BOC, 90 degrees din to. And also DOA, that is also 90 degrees. Because magkaroon ka lang ng isang right angle dyan, all of the angles will be right angles. Tatandaan po yan. Okay, next theorem number 2. Each diagonal of a rhombus bisects opposite angles. So, nabanggit to kanina dun sa properties na bawat diagonal nito, so kapag meron yung diagonal po natin, it bisects the opposite angle. So, 'di ba ito at ito, angle A and angle C are opposite angles. So, since meron tayong diagonal dyan, it bisects. Ibig sabihin, hinahati niya tong angle na to, si angle C, into two congruent angles. At hinahati niya rin si angle A into two congruent angles. So, ibig sabihin ito, congruent siya dito. Ito, congruent siya dyan. Ito, congruent siya doon. And ito, congruent siya dito. Okay? So, halimbawa, if the measure of this is, let's say, 120. Okay? So, tig 60 sila dyan. Okay? Because the diagonal bisects opposite angles. So, ayan siya. So, ito po yon. So, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Angle 5 is congruent to angle 6. And angle 7 is congruent to angle 8. Kasi the diagonals bisects opposite angles. Okay, let's have this one. Parallelogram CARE or CARE is a rhombus. Okay, so sabi ko nga kanina, a rhombus is a parallelogram. Okay, so parallelogram CARE is a rhombus. Find the measures of the following if the measure of angle CAR is 96 degrees. So ano po yung mga pinapahanap na measures? Ito pong apat. Okay, so here's our figure. So this is a rhombus. Okay? So, ang pinapahanap sa atin is the measure of angle CEA, measure of angle ACE, the measure of angle ECR, and the measure of angle CRE. So, all we have to do is to find the measures of these angles. Ang given lang natin is the measure of angle CAR, which is 96 degrees. Ayun. So, CAR is 96 degrees. Ito siya. Okay, ito po. Okay. So, para makuha natin si letter A, which is the measure of angle CEA, so we all know, di ba nga sabi natin kanina dun sa properties, opposite angles are congruent. Okay. So, si CEA ay, si CAR, ito si CAR, okay, si CAR measures 96 degrees. Ang pinapahanap sa atin ay si CEA. CEA, yung kalahati ni CAR. Now, so anong properties ang pwede mong magamit dito? That CAR is equal to 96 is equal to 96. So, si angle CAR is 96. So, si CAR is equal to CER. Bakit ko nasabing CAR is equal to CER. Kasi po, di ba, itong dalawa ay opposite angles and opposite angles are congruent. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, kung si CAR ay 96, ibig sabihin si angle CER is also 96. Okay? Kasi si CAR ay 96, so ibig sabihin si CER ay 96 din kasi opposite angles yan. Yun nga lang, hindi si angle CER ang hinahanap natin. Ang hinahanap natin is angle CEA. Kalahati lang po ni CER yan. So, si CER, kukunin natin yung half ng measure niya kasi ang hinahanap lang is CEA. Okay? So, kukunin natin yung kalahati. Para makuha natin si angle CEA, we will get half of CER which is 96. So, that is the measure of angle CEA is equal to 1/2 of 96 and that is 48. So, the measure of angle CEA is equal to 48. Or, kung alam mo nga ang properties, kahit kung mabilisan, ano na siya, makukuha mo na siya eh. Kasi pag alam mo yung properties na ito, opposite angles, congruent siya dito, ibig sabihin 96 din to, tapos kunin mo lang yung kalahati ng 96, that is 48. Okay? Next, angle ACE. So, we will get the measure of angle ACE. So, this is ACE. Okay. Now, angle CAR and the measure of angle ACE are supplementary. Okay? So, itong angle na to, at itong angle na to, si ACE, ang sukat po nilang dalawa, pag inad natin, dapat supplementary, dapat 180. Kasi consecutive angles yan. Si angle CAR at angle ACE are consecutive angles. So, dapat 180 yan. So, yun po ang gagamitin natin. So, we have, given na yung CAR natin, which is 96, plus the measure of angle ACE is equal to 180. So, we will transpose 180 magiging minus 96. So, the measure of angle ACE is equal to 84. Okay? So, let's check kasi dapat itong measure nito at measure ng angle nito dapat 180. So, 96 plus 84, that is equal to 180 degrees. Next. So, nakuha na natin kanina. Ito siya, diba? So, CEA is 48. And then this one is 84. So, ito na siya. Okay, this is 48, this is 84. Now, parallelogram CARE is a rhombus. Find the measures of the following. Okay, so find the measures of the following. Ito pa yung hinahanap natin. The measure of angle ECR. So, ito si ECR. Okay, kanina, nakuha na natin si angle ACE. Na-solve na natin kanina. Okay? So, si angle ACE is 84. Ang hinahanap ngayon is ECR. So, angle ECR is half. Kalahati ng angle ACE. So, therefore, kukunin natin yung half ng angle ACE mo. And that is 1/2 of 84 is 42. So, the measure of angle ECR is 42 because 42 is half of 84. And then the last one, we'll find the measure of angle CRE. So, CRE, ito si CRE. Okay? So, si CRE is equal to CER. Why? Opposite angles yan. So, the measure of CRE is equal, ito yun ha, yung CRE, is equal to the measure of ECR. Ito yun. So, ito, nakuha na natin kanina, that is 42. So, therefore, si CRE, opposite angles yan. So, this is also 42. Okay? So, opposite angles lang po yan. Next, find the measure of each numbered angle in the rhombus. Okay, so I have here a given figure. So, kukunin natin lahat. Okay, naipakita ko na siya. Okay, so kukunin natin lahat ng measures ng numbered angle. So, pag sinabing numbered angle, ito yon yung angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So, unang-una mong makukuha dyan is yung angle 4. Bakit? Apply mo yung properties, okay? O yung mga theorems sa rhombus that opposite angles are congruent. So, kung opposite angles are congruent, we all know that angle D is congruent to, ayan, opposite angles are congruent, angle D is congruent to angle B. So, yun ang ginamit natin na property. So, ibig sabihin, si angle 4 is also 72 degrees. Okay? Next. Para makuha natin si angle 1 and angle 5, so nakuha na natin si angle 4, dito naman tayo. Si angle 1 at angle 5, okay, since ang given lang natin is angle D, yun lang ang binigay. So si angle 1 at si angle 5 ay supplement ni angle D. Okay? So paano ba natin siya makukuha? 'Di ba alam natin that angle D and angle C are supplementary. Okay, ulitin ko. Angle D and angle C are supplementary. Why? Kasi consecutive angles yan. Okay? So, kung supplementary sila, ibig sabihin, pag inad natin yung measure ng angle ni angle D at yung measure ng angle ni angle C, dapat 180. Kaya i-add natin si angle 1 plus angle 5 plus 72. Okay? So, we will get angle 1 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 minus 72, that is 108. Okay. Now, so si angle 1 at si angle 5, which is your angle C, okay, yung angle 1 at angle 5, that is your angle C. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, si angle 1 is equal to angle 5, so i-divide lang natin yung 108 sa kanilang dalawa. Okay, bakit ma'am i-divide? Kasi nga po, 'di ba, diagonals bisects vertices. Okay? Diagonals bisects vertices. Yun yung isa sa mga property kanina. So kung bisect, ibig sabihin hinahati niya yan ng pantay. So kung yung angle 1 at angle 5, which is your angle C, is equal to 108 degrees, ibig sabihin hahatiin mo lang yon. Okay? So, pantay sila. So, pareho silang tig 54 degrees. So, diagonal, ayan. So, angle 1 is equal to 54 degrees and si angle 5 is also equal to 54 degrees. So, pareho lang siya. Next. So, we have here angle 1 plus angle 5 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. Okay. So, anong pwede nating sabihin dito? That opposite angles are congruent. So, itong si angle C natin, which is your angle 1 plus angle 5, is congruent to your angle A, which is the sum of angle 2 and angle 3. So, ito ay pareho nito. Nakuha na natin yung measure nito Nakuha na natin that this is 108 and angle 1 is 54 as well as angle 5. So, ibig sabihin, angle 2 is equal to angle 3, which is also 54 degrees. Okay? So, diagonals of a rhombus bisect opposite angles. So, yun, ibig sabihin ng sukat din po ni angle 2 is 54 degrees. Ganun din po si angle 3. Okay? Next, write true or false for each statement. Alright, so let's have this one. So, write true or false for each statement below. So, I have here a given figure. So, tingnan mabuti ang ating figure. It's a rhombus. Now, we will just identify if the given statement is true or false. Okay? So, I have here a segment BD. So, this is one of your diagonals. And then, it is congruent daw to segment EC. Is that true? So, based dun sa mga properties na pinakita natin kanina, is it true that BD is congruent to AC? That is false. Okay? So, di ba sabi ko nga, diagonals of a rhombus are not congruent. Okay? So, next. BO, segment BO, this is your BO. Ito lang pala half. BO is perpendicular to CO. Okay, so ito yung tinutukoy niya. So, BO is perpendicular to CO. So, pag sinabi natin perpendicular, di ba sabi kanina, ito, if one of the angles, ito, is a right angle. Lahat na ito ay right angle. At nagra-right angle siya kapag perpendicular. So, therefore, this is true. Okay? Next. Angle BDA, this is your BDA. So, ito siya. Is congruent to angle BDC. BDC. So, ito naman. So, itong dalawa daw ay congruent. Yes, that is true. Kasi diagonals bisect vertices. Okay? So, dinidivide niya yung angles natin into two congruent angles. Next. Angle BDA. So, this is your BDA. And then, angle CBD. So, ito at ito raw po ay congruent. That is true. Kasi opposite angles are congruent. Ma'am, hindi naman po yan opposite. Ito siya at saka yun. Di ba po, ito, kung anong sukat nito, yun din po ito. So, kung anong sukat nito, yun din yun. So, opposite angles are congruent. Kaya congruent sila. Next, the measure of BAD. So, ito. And the measure of ADC. So, ito po, itong measure ng angle A at measure ng angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Yes, this is true because angle A and angle D are consecutive angles. So, the sum of the measure must be 180 degrees. Next, we have segment CO. This is your CO is congruent to AO. So, this is also true kasi ito po ay diagonals bisect each other. So, kung bisect niya yung isang diagonal, ibig sabihin, two congruent segments to. So, they are congruent. Next, angle BCD. So, BCD, so ito po, yung angle C mo is equal to 90 degrees. Okay? So, is this true? False. Okay, so, since this is a rhombus, so we cannot say that, we cannot have an angle dito sa ating vertex na 90 degrees. Next, angle BOA. So, ito po. So, is this 90 degrees? Yes, this is true kasi this one is all the angles ng ating diagonals are 90 degrees, or right angles. So, angle ABO, ABO. So, this is your ABO. Ito po. This is equal to 45. How come that the measure of this angle is 45 degrees? Okay? So, this is false because we cannot assume that this angle is 45 degrees. Next, segment BC, this is your BC, is congruent to segment CD. Ito po. Okay. So, this is true. Why? Because all the sides of a rhombus are congruent. Next. So, given the rhombus CLAN, so let us, what is the measure of angle NAL? So, angle NAL, ito siya. So, ito yung hinahanap natin. Okay, so paano mo siya makukuha? Okay, since ang given natin is ito, if this is 56 degrees, ito po, okay? So, kung 56 degrees ito, ibig sabihin 56 din ito. Wait, ito pala ay sukat nitong buo. Okay, sorry. So, itong 56 degrees ay sukat nito kasi ito yung arc natin dyan, no? Pang isang buo siya. So, itong angle na to is 56 degrees. Now, since si angle N mo at si angle A ay consecutive angle, so ibig sabihin supplementary sila, kaya ito siya, 180. So, para makuha natin ito, ima-minus natin si 180 kay 56. Okay? So, therefore, si angle NAL is equal to 124 degrees. So, pag inad mo si 124 at si 56, the sum is 180 because consecutive angle sila, so dapat supplementary. Next, what is the measure of angle C and L? Ito si C and L. Okay, so itong angle ang hinahanap. Now, paano natin ito makukuha? We all know that the diagonal of a rhombus bisect its vertices. Okay, so paano natin ito kukunin? Okay, so C and A, itong buo, is 56. Ang hinahanap lang ay C and L, yung kalahati. So, ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung half of angle C and A. Yung buo. Kukunin natin yung kalahati niya. So, that is 28 degrees. Next, use the figure below to get the measured angle in rhombus CSOUL. Okay, so, what is the measure of angle 2? Okay, so ito pong angle 2, okay, wala dapat tayong dito, symbol na R, kasi we all know that diagonals form right angles. Okay, so since they are perpendicular. So therefore, yung angle 2 natin is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, yung apat na yan ay 90 degrees. So, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. So, it forms right angles. And the measure is 90 degrees. Next, what is the measure of angle 3? So, ito ang hinahanap natin. Now, para makuha natin ang measure ng angle 3, si angle SLO is equal to 40 degrees. Okay? Si angle ULO, therefore, is also equals to 40 degrees. So, ito daw si SLO is 40. So, ibig sabihin, kung 42, 40 rin to. Kasi, yan, congruent yan. Okay? So, 42, 40 rin to. Okay, so, yun muna. Now, so, ibig sabihin, itong angle L mo is equal to 80. Kasi, kung 40 ito at 42, 80 siya. Yung kabuuan. Okay? Yan, so, angle SLU is equal to 80 degrees. Now, anong gagawin natin? Bakit kinuha natin ito? So, nakuha na natin si angle SLU, which is 80 degrees. We all know that this angle is consecutive to this angle. Okay, so kung consecutive angles ito, ibig sabihin they are supplementary and their sum is 180. Okay, so si angle SLU and LUO, so etong angle na to at itong angle na to, supplementary sila. So, the sum must be 180. So, solve natin. So, i-minus natin si 180 minus 80. Therefore, angle LUO is equal to 100. Okay. So, angle LUO is equal to 100. Ang tinatanong ay si angle 3. Hindi naman itong buo. Okay? Kasi si angle LUO ay buo yun. Etong buo na to, 100. Ang hinahanap ito lang, yung kalahati. So, i-divide lang po natin siya by 2. So, si angle 3 is equal to 50 degrees. And si angle 4, since nakuha natin yung ating angle 3, ano po yan? Congruent angles yan. So, kung 50 degrees to, 50 degrees din to. So, kung opposite angles yan, so 50-50 rin yan. So, therefore, angle 4 is also 50 degrees. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo for more video tutorials. This is your guide in learning your math lessons, your Wow Math channel.